Yeah, hit him with the spin of the juice. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. Bust down. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarterback sneak, it's on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I step on him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the play with the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Sonic. Ready. Black, 22.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And right away he lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They run. It's Johnson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Ready.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. in short yardage. Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play for the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Here's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
action. They'll throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Johnson looking to impress early on with an eye toward more carries as the Lions come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, Abdullah. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun, 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 gun. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fielded just inside the 20. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, sub. Let's
go. Working out of the gun, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
They pitch it out to Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to the zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for... And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Johnson on the counter. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Back 25 to hunt. Check back 27. Check back 27. You ain't
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Now, that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Winston. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Winston. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. But he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, And that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. Rosas now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So out come the Bucs now. A give to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, it's Jones. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big run there by Jones. An even 90 yards. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run, and how much fun was that for us to watch it.
Great run. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it 24-13. Rosas now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They go to Johnson again. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff. Johnson breaks through the contact. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the toss, here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson taking it in from the 20. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes, left side. A great pick, nice return, but he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.